Hi, I'm Bruce, and this is my family, Annie, Elsie, Betsy and Doug. And 1 year ago, we sold everything and moved into our van in search of land to begin our off-grid dream. We were called back to Ireland, our ancestral roots in a country that feels like home, where we found our perfect piece of earth on the west of Ireland. 8 acres of pure nature. Follow us as we begin our learning journey of living off-grid, self-sufficiency and cottage renovations. Hi everyone, so this week's vlog is starting with this big pile of logs, and we're going to be turning that into a compost toilet. I've kind of got an idea, design sort of scribbled down on a bit of card, but what we're going to be going for is basically 2 frames, I think, with a suspended floor, and then we'll kind of fit everything else around that. So anyway, I've never done anything like this before in my life, so wish me luck. Let's see how this turns out. So I've been reading Ben Law's timber framing book and binge watching loads of Chris Harbour's videos where he's doing all this roundwood timber framing, and it looks really strange when you're scribing like your straight lines for cutting your tenon, and actually if you look like over the top of it here, it just doesn't look like when you cut that out that that's going to be a square tenon. But I'm 50-50 as to whether it will be. I'm going to cut it out now and we'll see whether that is actually square. But when you're putting these straight lines onto round wood, it just doesn't quite look right until you start cutting it out. But I'm enjoying myself, and that's the main thing. This actually highlights it better, I think. Look at this line here. Like from the wrong angle that just looks all sorts of wrong. But as you come down, straight. Let's cut it out and see what it looks like. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. I'm going to cut another one of these, and then I'm going to get my, don't know the right word for it, across the top wall plate, I guess, and I'm going to cut 2 mortises into that. Yeah. Okay, so I've made the first frame and I'm ready to peg the joints. I don't have any oak, which I think is what people would traditionally use, but I have got a dead ash tree that needs taken down, so I'm going to take that down, split it and turn it into some pegs. At the moment it's only me and Else. Annie and Betsy have gone off to Cork, but yeah, anybody else out there that actually knows how to do this properly, please feel free to give me some advice in the comments, because I'm making this up as I go along. Anyway, before I chop this down, safety first. I'm pretty happy with how it's gone so far, but I've made a lot of mistakes, so hopefully the next one will come out a bit better. Overall, like, it seems pretty strong and square. Well, it probably doesn't look all that square with all the wonky roundwood, but square to me. But yeah, we're going to make another one now, put them together, and we'll see what that thing looks like. Let's go. Do you trust me?
Hopefully. What are you going to do?
I just need the sledgehammer and hold it straight.
Rose, I'm scared.
It'll be fine.
Splintered!
Yeah, you just go with it. Go with it, mate.
Okay, is that enough holding for now?
Yeah, go on, let it go, you'll be fine.
I've been trying to be my own guiding star, but it appears it hasn't taken me very far. I've tried to be my own all in all and everything, but it's just been...
So after hitting the last ones in with the sledgehammer and Annie holding the brace, she's gone off to go and get a couple of beers, which is great, but I can't help but think her timing was because she didn't enjoy holding on to that whilst I was hitting it with the sledgehammer. Got to do it by myself now.
But when I gave in, all life's good came running at me with an open...
Look at this little legend.
Aldi's finest. Irish IPA.
Very good.
Cheers.
Muchos. Sláinte.
Launcher.
Hi, babe. That's got your nose.
I cracked it on my tooth.
Oh, mate, we can't edit that out. Look at that view. There you go. So it's going to be compost loo and log storage.
Potentially future shower.
Yeah, maybe a future shower. I'm just kind of doing more research into a nice environmentally friendly way to do that. But the idea of this is when we will have volunteers or people coming to visit, road schooling families, all that sort of thing, then yeah, we've got some facilities close to hand. Plus, it's a great opportunity for me to try and learn some new skills. And I've really enjoyed doing this. It's not been very easy. It's been a very steep learning curve and none of it is perfect, but I'm pretty happy with the overall result so far. Let's see what it looks like when it's all finished and see if I still feel like that then. Okay, so getting back on with framing out this toilet. Yeah, I've just got to basically level off a couple of like pad stones. With these kinds of builds and stuff that I'm doing around here, my aim is to do them without really buying anything in, if at all possible. Hence the roundwood poles, the old breeze blocks, and now I'm just making some kind of foundations for these blocks to go onto. And then I'm also needing to make some kind of anchorage to make sure that, you know, in high winds this thing doesn't tip over on its side. So anyway, yeah, let's see if we can get both frames up tied in together by the end of today. Let's go. There might be some of you out there who are far better qualified at this kind of thing than me. So I'm a mechanic by trade. Used to work for Mercedes many moons ago, and just always had a keen interest in working with wood. It's not to say that I was ever any good at it, but I like to have a go at these things. Obviously, if you're wanting like a how-to or to see some fine woodworking, timber framing, then there's lots of other channels out there that are much better suited for that. But if you want to see a guy who has got very limited experience with this kind of thing, very limited experience with permaculture and growing vegetables, limited experience with looking after animals, then and you want to see somebody's learning journey and how they manage to progress like as time goes by, then maybe this is the channel for you. But if not, I'd recommend you go and check out Chris Harbour or Mussy Bottom. God, there's so many. All the ones that I like to watch, the people that inspired me to do this in the first So I've run out of the timber that Rory brought us from an old job that he'd finished. So I've got these kind of corner slabs that I got from the sawmill in a big bale. I'm going to just square this off, and then that's going to be the last one. And I can start laying down some pallet wood for the floor. So I don't know if you remember that wood that I stripped down and I built the door, and still using bits of it now, even on this actually. And I painstakingly spent like an entire day denailing all that wood. Well, I kept all those nails and I'm using them to nail down this pallet wood floor. And back in the day when I had my business, any kind of screws or things like that, you know, that got dropped or maybe used once to hold something, they just all would go in the bin. Same with electrical connectors and all sorts of things like that, because it was quicker and easier just to go and get another bag out. And you know, because the quicker you get it done, the quicker you get paid. And just got me thinking today, like, how ridiculous that is and how wasteful that was to do that. And maybe this is the far other extreme, but I'm kind of just pushing my limits as to how much I can reuse things, upcycle. And as I'm doing that, it's just highlighting to me how ridiculously wasteful I've been probably for most of my life. And that's even with having like an awareness that I was wasteful. So God knows what I would have been like had I not spiked an interest in this kind of thing. And it's immensely satisfying. But I do understand obviously that, like, when you've got a 9-to-5 job and all of the kind of daily chores, then doing things like this, well, probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but don't you think that that's such a crazy symptom of society, that that's the world we live in, where we have to throw things away for convenience just so that we can get on in life? Madness, I say. Okay, so I have been fitting the wind braces now onto this frame, and stupidly I started with the one that's going to be kind of seen the most. I don't know why I did that. I should have started at the back, and I did actually make a bit of a dog's dinner out of that. Second one's gone a lot better. I didn't record either of them because I just really had to concentrate. So I'll do a bit of recording now of hopefully making less of a pig's ear of these other two. But anyway, check these out. I think the second one looks pretty cool. Maybe don't look so closely at the first one. There's the first one, and as you can see at the bottom, I've had to stick a little shim in there in the end because I just got all of the marking out wrong. But then if you look at this one, I did a slightly better job on that. It sits nice and snug and looks pretty nice as well. Getting some proof. Annie's digging out brambles.
I have done 2 trailer loads of brambles.
Very good.
With some help from the Mitchells.
Thank you, Mitchells. I did use a bit of square timber originally, tying this frame together, and I stepped back and I thought, that looks rubbish. So I'm just recessing in a couple of bits of roundwood just to finish it off nicely. I think I'm going to leave this here for now. So this will be episode 1. Episode 2, it'll be finished, definitely. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you on the next video.